In the next installment of our Jason Nash's Most Toxic Relationship series, we have a video on Jason's channel entitled Confronting Girlfriend About Her Past, which features David Dobrik, judging by the thumbnail. Remember, the last time we saw Trisha and Jason, they were at the haunted hayride, and it didn't go over so well for them. So let's dive in and see what happened in the following video that she was in.
Basically, the night is going nowhere. There's not much of anything being shot until we call Trisha. I want to give Trisha some props here. As soon as we call her, the night seems to get better.
Not scary farm.
So Jason starts off the video hanging out with his friends and realizes that they have nothing to do. So they decide to call Trisha. This is actually a positive thing about their relationship, because it means that Jason views Trisha as someone who is exciting and can bring the excitement. He's bored without her, and she cures his boredom just by being around. It means her company and presence are appreciated by him and valued. He could just continue to hang out solo with his friends, but instead he calls his girlfriend to come out with all of them. This also proves that Trisha lied about how he'd rather spend time with his friends than her, because clearly time with his friends wasn't cutting it for him, and he preferred to have her around.
Scavenger hunt, go to Trisha's house.
Oh my god, what is David doing?
Okay, so I've noticed that David has a habit of jumping out at her to try to scare her. He's done this a few times, and it's interesting because on Frenemies, Trisha presented one of these times as something more sinister than it was. She talked about a time that David jumped out at her in a hotel room when she and Jason were intimate, and she talked about how weird it was for David to do that, as if he were hiding to catch a glimpse of her. But clearly this is something he's always done, jump out to scare her. And during the time she referenced, he even said he regretted hiding because he had no idea Trisha and Jason would become intimate. Yet she painted it as him hiding to see it and be sinister. But as you can see here, this is clearly something he did to her a lot for the scare tactic. And notice after he does it, in this clip, she high-fives him. Clearly she knew this was a thing he did. So for her to act like that time in the hotel room was so unusual, like he had never jumped out to scare her before, is just weird and seems calculated to paint a picture that didn't exist.
Yo, shit, I'm the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm just a big fan. That's gross.
See? Even there when Jason fake makes out with her, David refers to seeing that as gross. He clearly didn't want to hide in her room to see her and Jason getting it on. He was never interested in her that way or interested in seeing them show affection at all. So it's strange and manipulative and calculating that she tried to get the world to view him that way.
I got so excited when I got invited. I haven't been invited to film in so long. This is a treat.
What do you mean? We just filmed the other day.
Yeah, but you like come to my house and I'm like secluded. I'm like,
Oh, you've never been out. Where are we going?
Notice here that Trisha takes this moment of positivity and laces it with some negativity. She says she was excited about being invited out, but then follows it up with how she's never invited. David points out that they were just with her the other day. This is how she manipulates situations. They were just hanging out with her, but by the way she was speaking you'd think they never did. This is why it's important to have people around to call out her narrative, because she'll take something and run with it as far as she can if she's not corrected.
I'm gonna go to this stop sign right here.
And then where?
That I don't know.
We should go to,
so stupid.
let's go to Cal State.
You wanna do it?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know what's going on there, but we can go for it. Put it
Yeah,
in.
we shouldn't go. Sounds stupid. Yeah, should we go to Little Caesars?
Sure.
What?
I thought you weren't hungry.
I'm not.
You're the only one who wants Little Caesars. And you're not hungry, so why would we go to Little Caesars?
Something interesting I find here is that David suggests going to a college campus. Now remember on Frenemies, Trisha spoke about how Jason and David were weird for doing this. Yet here in the car, when it's suggested, she doesn't have an issue with doing it. She doesn't speak up to not go, yet she does speak up to not go to a pizza place. So make that make sense. If she really had such an issue with the college thing, why was she willing to go too? She wasn't afraid to speak up about the pizza place, so we know she wasn't frozen in fear about not being able to express herself about anything. It's just interesting that she was quicker to speak up about her dislike of the fast food joint than the college campus.
Okay.
When are you gonna get a more sophisticated palate? I'm so tired of it.
Hey, I don't have one either.
Yeah, but you're okay. You put out.
Thanks, babe. We had again last night.
Now notice here that Trisha stands up for David and then feels complimented by what Jason says about her. Then she brags that they slept together, announcing it to the entire car, which is odd considering she tried to paint David as some creep who wanted to watch her get intimate with Jason, even though he clearly showed disgust at them even fake kissing. And she's the one sharing with David when her and Jason are sleeping together, as if she wants him to know that information. Lord knows why. But considering she's bragging about being intimate with Jason, this makes me think she's going to be in a good mood because he slept with her. Because typically the reason she attacks him is when he doesn't. So let's see how her behavior changes knowing this information.
You guys hooked up last night?
No.
How was that?
Jason got so it's crazy.
It's because me and Jason hung out the night before.
Ew.
Make sure to send this video to my son's principal tomorrow.
Again, Trisha dives into detail about it and brags about it, wanting David to know every detail, which is odd considering the way she painted him as a creep who she found disturbing for trying to jump scare her in a hotel room when he had no idea they'd be getting intimate in there, and clearly said he regretted trying to jump scare her because of that. She made it sound like he was a creep who wanted to catch her in the act. Yet here she is explaining in detail what her and Jason do in the act to include David for some odd reason. Jason is clearly uncomfortable and tries to deny what they did, and brings up how he doesn't like how they're talking about it because he has children and he doesn't want what happens in his videos to get back to them or their schools, which, of course, Trisha doesn't care about. But interesting that she painted them both as creeps who wanted to do something creepy to her, when the truth is they never did, and she was the one sharing private information with people all of the time.
I said for Jason's Patreon that he should go dirty. Like, he should be like Bob Saget, like Full House on the YouTube, and stand up on the, like, Patreon, like, really dirty and, like...
Interesting that she wanted Jason to be dirty like Bob Saget back in this year, when years later she would tell Ethan on Frenemies that Bob Saget should be canceled for his jokes, and that she had no idea he was ever like that, when clearly she did, and encouraged Jason to be just like it.
Bob Saget is disgusting and also deserves to be canceled. I know he's irrelevant now, but really call out.
Thank you. You gotta take your stuff to the next level. Trisha does a lot of. I think it's time for you to open up a little bit more.
On my Patreon?
Yeah.
I agree. Babe, don't take your seatbelt off. Someone's coming, honey.
Yeah, I know who's coming.
Okay, everyone.
So here Trisha talks about encouraging Jason to do things on Patreon, which he obviously isn't interested in doing because he has children. This matters because she'll later try to push the same thing onto Moses. She tries to guilt them or pressure them into doing what she does for a living that they're not comfortable with. And here she has David backing her up, the guy she claimed always was against her and wanted to ruin their relationship. Here David is even playfully backing her up to get Jason to do what Trisha wants him to do, which is the opposite of the way she presented David as being out to ruin their relationship any chance he got.
Already so hot, it's a fire truck, baby.
Do you want to see?
The second you take your shirt off.
Do you want to start measuring my nuts to my knees and like measure them, and then 6 months from now see if it's any lower?
No, Jason.
Every vlog you do, everyone's like, David's like slowly coming out to us. Like, literally, I read the comments and everyone thinks you're like slowly trying to come out.
No, Trisha, that's just you. There she goes again with her accusations of David being into men, because this is one of her favorite things to do. Accuse straight men of being into each other. And make no mistake, she does it to try to shame them, and she weaponizes it like it's a bad thing. Always.
Yeah, well, I like to open up like that. I like having my viewers feel included, no matter if they're gay, straight, or bi. So you gotta cater to everyone.
I can't wait for your coming out video. And it's gonna be all serious too. Like, David won't never does serious videos, but that one will be, he'll cry a little because he loves to cry and those kind of videos.
David laughs it off because he isn't bothered by the accusation, and she tries to make him bothered by insisting he'll really come out with one, and starts describing how it will be. She's doing this to try to get under his skin because she thinks it's a bad thing. He doesn't view it as a bad thing, though, so it doesn't bother him. It's not working, but let's for a moment here humor this and pretend he was in fact gay. It's not cool for her to try to out him by saying she knows he is, and he'll come out one day. It's not her business what he is, and it's weird that she cares so much. She already quote-unquote outed one ex proudly. It's disgusting what she does when she does this.
Why would anyone cry during a coming out video? Isn't that like so like
because it's
5 years ago?
No, because it's like a big thing to let it off your chest.
But it's not anymore. If you're gay, you're just gay. Like it's so people don't have to come out when they're straight. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like, oh my god, like there's gay and straight people. Like,
you might have to because you have a big audience.
Right.
But I'm not gay. Like if I was gay,
I know.
If I was gay, I'd just be like, I'm gay. Like it wouldn't be like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't.
But would you make a video about it?
I mean, like if tomorrow I woke up and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gay. Then yeah, I'd make a video.
You would.
It used to be a thing to come out because I think it was like fairly new to like talk about that. It's not some crazy revelation.
Agreed.
David again doesn't care about her attempts to try to weaponize it, and he tries to normalize it, explaining that it wouldn't be a huge deal to him to come out if he was in fact gay. This is the difference between them. To Trisha, it's something she doesn't like and uses as a weapon. To David, it's natural and there's nothing wrong with it.
Agreed, and it's no big deal, but I still...
I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna come out straight. I'm gonna sit down on camera and be like, I know what you guys are thinking.
That'd be a sure telling sign that you were gay.
And I just...
David again can't be shaken. Her attempt fell flat.
Trisha, the other day you said you'd have sex with me.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah, she's back on that.
I didn't bring it up. David did.
No, you brought it up.
She does that to make sure that I'll have sex with her that night.
That's true.
So again, look how proud Trisha is of announcing that she'd sleep with David. She doesn't find this off limits at all, and doesn't deny it. So for her stands to think the joke about Tana went too far, but not bat an eye at this shows that they have fake selective outrage. Why is Trisha constantly telling Jason's friend that she wants to sleep with him? Keep in mind Trisha is 30 at this point and David is a decade younger than her. She's spoken before about how gross it is for older people to try to sleep with people this much younger than them, but she's completely fine when it's her that's wanting to do it. And notice that she says she does this to manipulate Jason into sleeping with her. She proudly brags about that.
Say it.
Also, I don't like this joke.
Which one?
Trisha's not.
That I have no friends, because I don't.
Trisha, it's not, you have all of us.
Notice here that Trisha admits that she doesn't have any friends. This is important because she later argues with Ethan that she's had friends for years. Yet this was just a year or two prior to meeting Ethan, and she told Ethan she had friends who she was friends with for decades. So where were they here? And notice David immediately reassures Trisha to tell her that he's her friend, and so are the members of the vlog squad.
I hear you give me that look every time.
You're a fake friend. I
am
say
not
it.
a fake friend. I am your real friend.
What
She calls David a fake friend in response, and he argues that he's a real friend to her, which shows that he considers himself an actual friend to her and wants to be.
happened again when me and Jason got in a fight this last time? Who disappeared once again after I told you I need you there on my side too?
Guess what? I texted you. You didn't respond.
Yeah, you need to give me a couple days and then be like, check in again and be like, how are you doing?
Again, notice the manipulative narrative here. She claims David disappeared and didn't talk to her after her and Jason fought. Yet David points out that he did, and she ignored him. She then says he was supposed to keep hounding her. But the way she presented that was as if he never checked in on her, when he in fact did. This is why her narratives are so dangerous. She doesn't tell the truth. She tells the truth, how she sees it. She says he disappeared and never reached out, but he did. But she counts him not reaching out again after being ignored as not reaching out. That's manipulative, and it's wrong, and she's not being honest here. And she does this with every situation in her life, which is why it's so dangerous to believe anything she says, because she leaves out very important details.
See what I'm dealing with?
Listen to what Jason said there. He said, see what he's dealing with. And this is true. He has to constantly combat her lies with her narrative of what took place. He's constantly lied on, and he constantly has to cater to her to ensure that she doesn't paint a false narrative about him.
You could have asked me to film. You could have done like anything that you normally would do. Olive Garden. You went to Olive Garden so many times with so many different people, and never once did I get that invite.
Next time when we break up, David, this is what I want you to do. I want you to not be supportive of me. Don't call me. Cut me out of your life. And only go with Trisha.
No, I'm not saying that. I said share support. If you're really my friend, you share support.
Trisha.
Notice here that even Jason was willing to sacrifice the friendship with David so Trisha could have it, so she felt supported. She says she doesn't want that and just wants shared support, but David gave her that, and it wasn't enough. She doesn't want shared support. She wants all of the support, and she wants it in the way she wants it, or it doesn't count.
Cheats on you, and I go, F you, Jason.
Make no mistake, that's exactly what Trisha would want too. For David to support her, even if she was to blame for the breakup, which she was in the end. She always hurt people, and then wanted people to rally around her, like she was the one hurt. She still does that to this day.
Sweet burn, Dave! You got her so good!
Hey! You're not supposed to be a part of it.
Now notice here that when Jason playfully says something to David about how a joke David made got her good, Trisha socks Jason for it. Look at how she hits him, because she doesn't like what he said. That's not okay. She's not allowed to just hit people when she doesn't like something that happened or something that was said, especially hitting someone who is driving. It's wrong from every angle, and anyone who defends this kind of behavior or overlooks it is wrong. She's hitting him to hurt him. You can see the intention in her punches. She goes harder and harder each time to ensure he feels the punishment.
She's gonna look so stupid in tomorrow's vlog!
Again, more hitting. She wants to punish him for his actions. This again is not okay in any regard. Imagine if this were Jason doing it to her.
David, I feel, is low-key sociopath. Like, with all the sociopath talk.
Can I say something about the sociopath thing?
Yeah, that you are one?
I mean, no, because I have emotions, but I...
No, you don't! You're such a liar. You don't have any emotions.
Yes,
Zero.
I do. No, that's not true at all.
Your mom, your dad listen to the podcast. You don't say I love you to your parents?
That's just because I'm like an awkward teen. But
you're 22.
He is. He's very empathetic.
I mean, I'm super emotional.
The irony here is that Trisha is the one who doesn't feel emotions for other people. She's calling David a sociopath because he doesn't sympathize with her negative actions. She's trying to label him negatively for not seeing the world the way she sees it. She claims he doesn't care about emotions or have them. But what she means is he doesn't care about hers when she's wrong. That's what she really means. David doesn't care enough to coddle her and cater to her when she's wrong, and therefore there must be something wrong with him. Because there's never something wrong with her, just everyone else.
Super into like other people's issues, and like I'm super like...
Yeah, he will sit and talk
That's what
forever.
a sociopath would say, though. They'd like take on other people's, like they try and see what people would like, and they're like, oh, I am emotional. I will listen to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can... I can say anything right now, and you'd be like, that's exactly what a sociopath is. I mean, Trisha, what are you?
Amazing.
Again, she's only mad that it's her emotions that he's not in tune with, because nobody except her would be, since she's in the wrong a majority of the time. But she doesn't want to hear that.
Awesome.
I thought I was a sociopath until I met the two of you.
Hey.
Trisha, you're a sociopath.
No, I'm not. I'm an empath.
What's that?
Where you feel everybody's emotions and you take on other people's emotions. Like, I feel sad when someone's sad. Like, I'm like a really empathetic person. An empath.
I don't think so.
This is the biggest lie that has ever come out of her mouth. She doesn't care about anyone but herself and only sympathizes with herself. She's incapable of seeing life from anyone else's point of view. If she truly was an empath, she wouldn't mistreat everyone the way she does. Look at, in this series, how she constantly attacks Jason. Do you think an empath would do that? Also, it's ironic that she called herself an empath when she made fun of Shane for doing the same thing, and said if you have to calling yourself an empath, then you're not one.
But Shane, the so-called what is it?
Empath.
Yeah, the empath. This cracks me up.
No one can you can't call yourself an empath. That's like saying I'm a good person. Like you can't just say that. You're obviously not if you have to say that you are. It's like people call themselves rich. Like if you have to call yourselves rich, you're not rich.
So according to her own logic, she is not in fact an empath since she had to call herself one and nobody agreed. Funnily enough, though, she has called Shane an empath on multiple occasions.
But Shane and I feel like we have very similar, where we have, because I know he gets so, anything, he's such a genuinely, good person that when people try to attack him for something that's, so far not true, it really, because he's so empathetic that he just feels everything,
That wasn't the only time she's said it either. She's called him an empath multiple times. And a good person.
Duff Noodles, I didn't like what he said in the video where he said something like, oh, Shane's a sociopath's best friend. Which, maybe, because he's an empath, so maybe that does make him a sociopath's best friend. But again, the sociopath word, I think it's tossed around too freely.
Too freely, except when she tosses it around apparently. And she tosses it around a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Imagine all the fights you get into with Jason where you just have no regard for anybody.
That's not sociopathic. That's borderline person.
Notice here how David calls out how she gets into fights with Jason and doesn't care about him or anyone else around while she does it. Whereas that alleged empathy she spoke of having during those moments, she doesn't have any. That's his point. But notice how she argues that it's not sociopathic, it's something else, as if to excuse it. But his point is that she's not an empath, and she doesn't even address that.
Love Jason, or is it just because he's the only one that gives you attention right now?
No, I love Jason.
Really?
And he's the only one who gives me attention right now.
This is probably the kind of joke that's going to upset you guys. I read a lot of comments that say that you guys don't like Trisha, and it really bums me out. When David and I make jokes, we're funny, but when Trisha makes a joke at my expense, suddenly she's a bad girlfriend. It's actually kind of this when you think about it. It's like, I'm okay with the jokes, it's why I date her, because she makes me laugh. I just want you guys to know that she's my girlfriend, and I hope you guys will just be patient and go easy on the comments, because she's really great to me, she's really sweet to my kids, and I love her.
Now notice two things here. One, she makes a joke at Jason's expense. Two, he stops the video to defend her and criticizes those who call her out. This is enabling behavior, and this is an example of Jason being a pushover who will defend her no matter how wrong she is. He knows it goes deeper than a joke because of her constant mistreatment of him. Yet he plays it off as if it's simply a joke with no meaning, when she's straight out made worse jokes or even comments about him. He claims she treats him well, but she doesn't from everything we've seen ourselves. And just because she's nice to his kids doesn't mean she isn't nasty about them or their mother when they aren't around. The way he defends her here and criticizes his own fans is honestly just kind of delusional and sad. He's shaming them for pointing out the toxic relationship that he was in. He drank the Kool-Aid, and he's trying to pour everyone a glass. Don't drink it.
God, is that what's going on?
What?
I'm the only one who gives her attention? That's why she likes me?
Excessive attention.
I never thought about that.
I'm not talking like attention as a friend. I'm just saying
right.
Straight up
Right, so meaning
I mean, Angie, you're a fun guy. I don't want to discredit you from that.
No, people have asked me if I had a boyfriend, and I say yes. Usually I don't.
You should.
Even Jason himself felt the comment was weird, yet shames others for finding it weird too. He wasn't asking for grace for her. He was asking for people to allow her to continue to mistreat him without being called out for it. And that was wrong. Notice here too, she says she normally tells people she doesn't have a boyfriend. Now imagine if he said that and didn't claim her as a girlfriend. She would be livid. This is clearly very concerning and hypocritical behavior that he wants everyone to overlook and normalize, which was extremely dangerous considering his viewers were young and impressionable. I'm only relieved to know that the vast majority called out what they saw and didn't buy into his or Trisha's narrative that it was normal.
No, but like sometimes if I was like interested in like somebody else, like before with like boyfriends, I'd be like, oh, kind of, it's complicated. But like with this, I'm like affirmative. Yes, I have a boyfriend.
For someone who hates cheaters, it's very interesting that she herself had no problem being one herself.
See, I think she really likes me because she could have any guy. I mean, not any guy, but she could have like...
Jason?
What? I'm just, well, like...
Thank you, David, for not laughing. You have my back. Good job.
Look at how angry she got when he said she couldn't have any guy she wanted. She wants him to believe that she could because she believes that she wants him to share that same delusion. And if he doesn't, he's wrong. Make no mistake, the way she said his name was a threat. But notice here, he defended her by even saying he thinks she really likes him because she has other options.
If you and Jason ever break up, what's gonna happen?
We're not.
But Trish, but I do wonder, I'm like...
What?
You could do a lot better. I mean, you could date someone who's not 45, who doesn't have 2 kids, who isn't unstable.
Yeah.
It was the kids that got her to agree, because that's the ultimate point of contention there. Not that he's older, but that he has kids that she resents him having. So for him to come in saying, don't be mean to her, she's nice to my kids, is honestly just ridiculous. We all knew how she felt about his children. Jason was apparently the only one who didn't get the memo, even though it was thrown in his face at every available opportunity.
I don't know, because like I don't get anything I want out of this relationship, but like I really love Jason, so I don't know, it's very confusing.
You know how I know she likes me?
Loves you.
Loves me. I've actually experimented and tried to tell the most boring stories I can tell, and she's riveted.
What kind of comment is that? She just said she gets nothing out of the relationship when the man caters to her day in and day out. And this was the woman he was defending as nice, by the way. Imagine hearing your partner say they get nothing out of being with you, and you still defending them as the empath they claim to be.
As an experiment, be like, so then I went to Ralph's, and the grapes were $1.99, the red grapes were $2.99. So I said to myself, I'll probably get the green grapes, save a little money.
Sure.
And she's like, oh, babe, that's so fascinating.
Oh my God. Where are we going?
Nowhere. You guys want to go to Wahlburgers?
Riveted by his conversation, yet feels like she gets nothing from the relationship and can't explain why she loves him. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm going to keep saying that until it does.
There's no one there.
I know. When I went in there was no
It's
one.
just Mark Wahlberg eating alone in here looking at the pictures.
Sitting next to him.
Hold on, Trisha, can you do me a favor?
What?
Do you have any...
I just realized Jason's assistant was in the car that entire time with them. That means when Trisha was sharing details about her and Jason being intimate, it was in front of his assistant. So she really didn't care who was around to hear it. Did she? She wanted to announce it to the world.
stripper friends?
Yeah, why?
I need them for a video, 2 of them.
Like actual strippers?
Yeah.
Maybe. Wait, for when? Tonight?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me think.
I've never...
She's full of it. She doesn't have any friends like that. She just wants people to think she does, and was part of that world. But none of her stories from that alleged time even line up or make sense. And remember, she just told everyone in the car she didn't have any friends. Now, suddenly, she does. And it's the type that David needs? Yeah, right.
I've actually been to a strip club.
You never been to a strip club?
No.
Well, I guess you've never been married.
No. I was really nervous in that.
Yeah, you really dorked out.
I think I look like a little...
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. No, not. You didn't look like a little. But like you weren't really helpful with what we were trying to do.
I know, you were standing.
I was like doing all the talking, and it's like for your vlog.
And then Jason's like, it might not work. You're like, okay, let's just go.
Jason, you sat right next to the stripper.
Yeah.
In front of her crotch.
Yeah, I was like, you're really close. And I turned to Trisha, I'm like, Trisha, is that okay?
So turns out Trisha didn't have those kind of friends, so they went to an actual club to interact with them. Told you she was full of it. The only thing shocking here, though, is the fact that she allowed Jason to walk into this club and talk to anyone that wasn't her.
I
I'm asking Trisha all these questions like, can they be touched? Like,
Oh yeah, he did say that. He's like, can you touch him? Like, what?
Oh, no, you have to pay for that.
That's what I said.
I've never been in a strip club. I have no idea. It was weird, and her nails were out.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even look at them. I didn't. I only look at your.
You got both their phone numbers.
Because we're gonna call them later.
For what?
Yeah.
For your vlog.
Oh, okay. Now Trisha's jealousy is coming out, and now she's getting upset about the experience. She was okay with it before, but now she's got some issues. I found it strange that she even allowed him to go in and interact with them, but looks like it was so she could punish him later for doing it. Makes sense now.
Yeah, why do you have to get it? Dave should get the numbers. If I saw
David
stripper
and
numbers
David
in
and I
your
have a
phone-
thing. If when we're out, I'm the number guy.
Yeah.
David always does that. Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool.
No.
Yeah, I'm the number guy. He's like, yeah, I'll give your number to Jason.
I can't wait
Maybe we
to
can make something work.
delete the numbers.
Notice how Trisha said she couldn't wait to delete the numbers. That's her bragging about having full control over his phone. Once they're done with the bit, she's going to take control of his phone and delete them herself. Because that's normal and healthy, right?
When you were a stripper, how did that work? Like, people would be like, you'd take them into like a back room?
Yeah, that's how you make the money. Obviously, there's like back rooms where you just gotta get dances.
And like, okay, so Jason would come in and he'd be like, hey, come in the back room.
He'll say I want 3 dances, but then you try and talk him into like a VIP. Be like, yeah, but for $100 more, you can get 30 minutes, and no one watches back there.
I just don't buy that she ever worked at a club like this. Ever. She always sounds like she's making it up, and all of her stories conflict with each other.
How many random men did you have sex with at the strip club?
Not that many.
How many?
Maybe like 100.
Jesus.
Over the course of like 3 years.
3 weeks.
She's lying about her body count. There's no way it's that high. And notice she hits Jason yet again. I don't know why she lies about these things. It's like she thinks it makes her look cool. But notice she doesn't claim she was ever an escargot here. And you know what that's code word for?
You had over 100 guys.
Maybe.
Trisha, that's gross.
Yeah, I know. It's gross. That's why I can't find anyone to date me, because it's like... But I'm so good now. Like, I love being with one person. I could have like one the rest of my life. Jason doesn't agree. He thinks that like he needs a new in 10 years. You told me that. You're like, well, after 10 years,
Is that true? Shane Dawson's #1 fan.
David isn't even impressed. He's grossed out. Then she claims she's the type who can be committed to one person for life, even though she's proven time and time again that she isn't. I mean, just 5 minutes ago, she talked about how she would have boyfriends and tell other men she had no boyfriends. So, how does that add up? I don't know if what she's saying about Jason is true. He doesn't seem to be reacting to it. But if it is, that's disgusting. But I feel like if it was true, she would have given him way more hell for it than how she's presenting it. So this doesn't make sense.
Do you miss being a stripper?
Sometimes.
Why?
Lots of attention.
Is that why they do it?
I did it for that reason. I loved it because I was like the only blonde girl in there with like fake boobs. So I like loved it. I got like a lot of attention.
But imagine you're Trisha and you like showing off your body. It's the perfect job.
Oh yeah, it was really fun.
Okay, so we never hear Jason answer the question of if he actually said it or not. And considering she lies so often, I'm going to not believe her here until we get confirmation. But notice that Trisha tells David that her time allegedly working in clubs was fun, which is vastly different from the stories she would tell just a mere year or 2 later, where she claimed she hated it and was traumatized by it.
Was anybody ever like, hey, I'll give you an extra $100 if you come home with me?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, for sure.
And when you'd go home with them?
Yeah.
For how much extra?
I think it was like 500 for me to like leave the club.
This is the part if I was watching David's vlog, I wouldn't watch, but I'm here and I can't stop watching it. I would literally be like, I'm gonna skip this part.
I felt
I mean, yeah, who would want to hear their partner talking about this? If it were Jason talking about his marriage, she'd be enraged. Yet here she is bragging about all of the men she slept with as if it's no big deal. Yet he slept with one woman he had children with, and every time he even mentions his ex-wife in any capacity, she loses it.
So weird walking in there. Because I feel like I'm 16 at heart.
Right.
So when I walk into a strip club, I'm like, this is not somewhere I should be.
Maybe we should take him to like the Bunny Ranch in Vegas. He can lose his virginity.
Oh yeah, you can people there.
Lose my virginity. At the Bunny Ranch?
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, I saw a doc.
Are you playing dumb? Do you really not know all this?
No.
You are really such a rube. Oh my God.
Bro, strip clubs are not like a thing.
Yes, they are.
Not to me. None of my friends ever go to strip.
Weird how these two are making fun of him for not being comfortable somewhere and feeling like it wasn't his thing. And now, here is where Trisha is going to make fun of David's quote-unquote generation, which, by the way, she was just bragging about how she wanted to sleep with him moments ago. So her acting as if they're generations apart, yet still wanting to bed him is strange and questionable.
A bunch of it's like, I'm in love with this girl and blah, blah, blah. I can't look at any other of my girlfriends. It's weird. Go look at other that's what people do.
Trisha acting as if she's some chill, cool girlfriend who lets her boyfriend look at other women is hilarious, considering she gets insecure if he so much as breathes in the direction of another woman or glances at them for a second. Yet she's making fun of David's quote-unquote generation for wanting to only look at their girlfriends. But that's literally what she wants, and cries about every 5 seconds that she wants to be the only girl Jason ever even knows exists in the world. So it's hilarious that she's trying to shame guys who do this for their girlfriends just because she can't get anyone to do it for her. Bitter Betty over here.
You want to text the 2 stripper girls real quick?
Yes.
That strippers make Jason's vlog.
She says that because she's salty about it. Remember, she just had a fit about him even talking to them and getting their numbers. And it's funny she even got mad he looked at them, yet told David that men should be looking at other women. She's the biggest poser and liar.
One wrap with no cabbage, no carrot, and now it's just cold. Because you're an oddball. A spicy sandwich, no cold.
It's on the house.
Out of the way.
Oh, hell yeah!
No.
I'm not supposed to.
Who pays for it if it's on the house?
Free food, John.
No, we can't. We order like $40 worth of things.
I was nice enough to pay, and now they're saying it's free, so it's free.
David wanting to pay for his meal because he bought so much, and Jason trying to talk him into keeping it for free is kind of cringe. David is a millionaire at this point. He wanted to pay because he felt wrong about getting it for free. He was in the right here by wanting to pay. I also find it ridiculous in general that these companies always give rich people free things but make everyone else pay. It's ridiculous.
My longest relationship is 9 years with Chick-fil-A. Can you believe I've been there for that long?
Same with Trisha. Trisha's in the same relationship. We're about to enter the belly of the beast.
Is she just...
You just know Trisha had a fit about them talking to that girl. You know, she views every woman as a threat, which again was why her statement about David's generation was so utterly ridiculous, because she's nowhere near as cool or chill as she wants people to think she is.
lying to me about my looks? Or am I good looking?
You're just catching on.
Because she's really got me thinking I'm good looking. What am I gonna do with this?
That's so sick and twisted of her. To manipulate you like that.
Jason again showing his insecurity, but there's improvement here considering he says he's starting to believe Trisha when she calls him good looking. This is why words are powerful, and why when she calls him ugly and fat it matters. These things stick with people.
What was that merch idea you had?
Oh, someone commented on my picture saying you should get nasty. I love that. You didn't seem that excited about it when I texted
That's
you.
funny.
You're like, great, thanks.
He likely wasn't that into the pun, because it's more her brand than his to be nasty. Remember, he's a father, and is more clean in his vlogs and online than she is.
We just heard that Big Nick is inside at David's apartment. Trisha hasn't seen Big Nick since they had a little spat on Twitter. So we're hoping things aren't awkward, which is code for, I hope things are awkward so I get something good for my vlog.
Big Nick just started to walk to say hello and he saw Trisha anyway.
Interesting again that Trisha crosses paths with Big Nick here when she said on Frenemies that they never crossed paths before.
And that was like
crazy to me to like see, because we're all keep in mind, me and Big Nick and Seth and everyone, we never like, we weren't crossed, so like all our stories are like similar, but like no one ever crossed paths with each other. And
never crossed paths with each other, but you're about to see footage of them in the same room, just like you have many times throughout this series.
Big Nick, were you hiding from Trisha?
Big Nick, you have beef with Trisha?
Big Nick, what happened with you and Trisha? What's going on?
I'm a changed man. I learned from
What
Dom,
was the
man.
beef? Let's squash the beef right
I
now.
have no beef, man. I have no beef.
Why were you scared when you walked in?
I don't like confrontation, man, you know? I'm a very relaxed guy who likes to just, you know, relax.
Not only did the two cross paths, but they apparently also had beef with each other. Now, isn't that interesting? Yet she made sure to tell Ethan that her and Nick didn't even run into each other ever, as if they weren't in the friend group at the same time, when they were, and they hung out many times, and even had beef at one point.
Are you on the lean?
Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, I'm just high off life right now, you know?
So you weren't nervous when you saw Trisha?
Nah, man, I just...
Be honest.
No, I just don't like negativity, man, but it's all good. No, I don't like negative situations, man, you know?
Yes, you squashed the beef.
When we broke up, you tweeted something in my defense, right?
Okay, I'll be real, man. Like, I mean, I was defending you, man, because
I mean, he was right. Trisha is negative, and he likely didn't want to face her wrath. There was nothing wrong with what he said here in spite of how she and the room reacted. She is negative, and he likely didn't want it in his direction. The fact that he was scared of her physically says a lot. And notice she was mad at him because he defended Jason after Trisha trashed Jason online. Remember, in Trisha's world, you're not allowed to do that.
there were a lot of videos, you know, of you, and I just like, damn, I wonder what like Jason's kids are thinking, like seeing all these videos of his like dad.
They were thinking, Daddy, we love these new movies.
I was bought his mom a Mercedes with that money. He bought his kids all his Apple Watches with his money, so he's doing just fine.
Nah, but it's cool, man.
The fact that Nick was the only one worried about Jason's children says a lot. Trisha and Jason defend what happened by saying Jason got money out of it to spoil his kids, but I'm sure they would have preferred their father not being trashed online. Nick was defending him for his children's sake, which apparently Jason and Trisha weren't too worried about. Definitely Trisha wasn't. She doesn't even ever consider them, and acts like what happened was fine because Jason got compensated for it.
You know, wow. I realized the bigger picture is to just worry about yourself, you know, and let people do what they want to do.
Yeah. No, that's true. I appreciate you sticking out for me. You were looking out for me.
Yeah, man, it's all good though, man, because, you know, now next time I know something happens, I'm just going to keep
Drink my lean and
the lean made me smart, you know?
Nick was the only one that came after me publicly in your little group, so.
What did he say?
I don't even remember. I just remember we went back and forth, and then after he's like, I'm not about the drama. I'm like, you tweeted me. Like, it was so weird.
Nick made the fatal mistake here of defending Jason when Jason wasn't ready to leave the relationship. So he ended up putting himself in the line of fire while trying to take Jason out of it. He did a good thing to call her out. It's unfortunate he ended up getting the short end of the stick for it. Notice, too, that Trisha says Nick was the only one who came at her to defend Jason from the entire vlog squad, too. He was the only one with the courage to do it.
Bro, that's so long ago. I deleted all that shit.
You did. Got all the negativity out of your life.
Yeah, man, exactly.
Yeah, all right. I never seen so many guys scared of one girl.
All your friends just are terrified of me.
She's not a girl, she's a f***ing demon.
There's a reason all of these people were scared of her. She's proud of it, but it's sickening. Remember, she ended up physically driving her car through Jason's house and breaking his windows. This is why they were afraid of her. They knew she was capable of harm, and she proved them right. And it's horrifying what she was allowed to get away with. Even to this day, if Jason had driven his car through her house, he would have been arrested and canceled. Yet she remains with her career and no consequences for her actions ever.
Babe.
I won.
Oh, you look so cute.
My prize is...
The video ends with this nice clip of Jason once again complimenting her, which he does often even though she claimed he never did. Now notice her behavior in this video and his. Instead of calling her out for bad behavior, he enabled it and called his audience out instead, likely because he was trying to keep her happy and defend and protect her. Even though she never did the same for him, she tried to turn the internet against him, and eventually did after they broke up. Yet he defended her at every turn when he shouldn't have, even at the expense of himself, his ex-wife, his children, and his fans. The hold she had on him was scary, and it's even scarier that the hold she has on the internet to overlook her behavior is even stronger.